Hello, we are Team Merlandia, and in this video we are going to present our solution to case 1 of Jollibee's global expansion. This video will first go through some background information about the case company and its problems, as well as some theory behind the location choice, and after that we are going to present our team's solution to the case. If you take a look on the chart on the left, you can see the growth of the company in sales, franchises and stores owned. At this point, we are quite familiar with Jollibee's history, so let's move on. Jollibee has been facing different problems. Lack of process standardization in all the organizational structure between outside and internal stores, slow decision making mostly with new local meals for international stores, leadership not aligned about the objectives of the company, and some problems with communication and financial having not been robust in all the supply chain. Considering these problems, Jollibee has to create a good international strategy with objectives defined across the organizational structure. There is an economic theory saying that there is a positive relationship between economic size and trade, and a negative relationship between distance and trade. In the chart, you can find the distance attributes that have to be considered for an international company. It is an estimate of the effects of currency unions on growth. It is urgent to start evaluating other attributes in order to start creating new expansion strategies. There are 4 dimensions of the distance. On the chart, you will find them. They are culture distance, administrative distance, geographic distance, and economic distance. These dimensions are formed by 2 sections: attributes creating distance and industries or products affected by the distance. Jollibee has to take a look of each one in order to check the ones that applies to their business and find strategies for each one with the objectives per strategy and align them to a plan with activities by department and responsible. Also, Jollibee has to find the sensitivity of its industry per dimension according to the attributes by section. There are 2 sections, more and less sensitive. The company has to identify every attribute and define which ones are the more sensitive in order to have specific strategy and plan per each one and to avoid waste of energy and resources in the less sensitive ones. Here is a 6-part strategy for success, including creating customized products or services, developing business models to overcome obstacles, deploying the latest technologies, taking advantage of low-cost labor, trading staff in-house, scaling up quickly, as well as investing in talent to sustain rapid growth. The chart on the left indicates the market entry decision process, which is evaluated by the criteria characteristics presented on the right. Here you can find a chart with the division of A, B, and C countries based on the market attractiveness and competitive strength. On the right, it is shown how company-specific competitive strengths connect with how the market is found attractive. Here we have found 2 key firm-specific advantages of Jollibee. Tight control over operations management allows Jollibee to price its products below its competitors. This has been their strength in the domestic market and should be trusted in the expansion as well. One of the 5 F's, flexibility, is company's other advantage. They have adapted their menu according to the local tastes and simply succeeded doing this. Our team is suggesting expansion to Daly City, California as a location choice. We recognize the huge potential the US market has, and the diversity of the area allows Jollibee to broaden its niche to include the Asian Hispanic segment and to do so without having to make major adjustments to its menu. They should obtain a partner who can help Jollibee overcome the challenges of operating in the US. Second priority in location choice is to continue expanding in California. There is a big Filipino community in the area, and brand recognition should further resonate and appeal to this community elsewhere in California. Jollibee needs to adjust its norms and practices in order to fit the target market conditions. Also, the cultural background of the market should be taken into account so that the products and services could be customized to the cultural norms. Although customized local products should not replace the cost-efficient standardized ones. This has been an issue before and caused tension between the divisions. As one of the Jollibee's main issues has been the dissenting visions on the objective of the company, Jollibee should establish and put into practice one clear strategy to stick to in entire organization. Well-implemented strategy would also speed up the decision-making processes in the organization. Jollibee should trust the franchising model. It holds close control to new operations and how Jollibee is introduced in new markets. Possible to scale up is also fast through franchising. In order to expand successfully, partnerships are crucial in success. Good partnerships help in applying firm-specific advantages to new markets. Target is to select the right partners in each market, and this is exactly how McDonald's have succeeded. Standardizing partner selection process is important. This has been a problem to Jollibee since they have not been able to choose the best partners for market expansions. By selecting the right partners, they get access to technologies, materials, labor, resources as well. In order to minimize the overall cost of production, Jollibee needs to seek different ways of exploiting these resources. Partnerships also enable knowledge transfers between the partners, which lead to competitive advantages. The ultimate objective is to reach low costs through Jollibee's partnerships. Global integration aspects include standardizing processes and reporting, as well as establishing successful partnerships to create advantages and economies of scale as the network expands. Every market is although unique, and a globalized approach cannot adequately take into account all the cultural differences in multiple markets. We consider two most important drivers in fast food business to be low costs and local customization. In terms of organizational structure, Jollibee has represented the common model of multi-domestic firm. We are suggesting an organizational change to transnational firm. In this change, Jollibee would remain its flexibility in local differentiation and gradually gain advantages of global integration through standardization and effective partnerships. Two sides of Jollibee, domestic and international divisions, have been operating too independently. A change to transnational network organization would bring country departments together to operate under the strong control of headquarters. This would make operation standardization easier. Thank you very much for your attention.